Shalom Israel. First, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, raka, quadash. Double honors into the elders and apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and shalom to you hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. Today, I'm doing a lesson in accordance to the importance of the Hebrew language. The Lashwan quadash, the Hebrew language. Lashwan quadash means language in the Hebrew. It is very important to the topic of understanding the scriptures. I believe in Sirach, it's like 15, or Sirach 5 and 15. It's like, be not ignorant of things. You don't want to be ignorant of things. You got to be able to know these things, because understanding the Hebrew language is like it's kind of like a block to learning the scriptures, you know, like John 3:16. Take that scripture for example. If you didn't know what the word world means, you know, which means cosmos, which means groups of people, then you're not going to understand the true meaning of John 3:16, and you're going to be misled. And that's what most people are, because they don't understand what the Lashwan Quadash. The Hebrew language was given to Moses, right? Was given unto Moses. It was the laws of Moses was given. Salakia, I'm tongue-tied right now. But the laws were given unto Moses in the Hebrew language. Yahawashi, you know, the author and finisher of our faith, he speaks in the Hebrew language, right? So let me go ahead and get some scriptures out, you know. I'm going to start with Acts 26 and 14. And this is proving that the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach in the heavens speaks the Hebrew language, right? And not like the new Hebrew. We're talking about the Paleo Hebrew, the real Hebrew language, right? So 26 and 14, and it says, and we were fallen to the earth. I had a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue. So it says right there, 26 and 14, in the Hebrew tongue, right? Saul, Saul, why thou persecutest me? It is hard for me to kick against the pricks. And as you can see, that's written in red, which means it is the Lord speaking, right? So it is the Lord speaking in the Hebrew tongue. The Lord speaks in the Hebrew tongue. And you can't correlate that to being like, oh, that was just at that time period at that specific place. Maybe if the Lord were here. No, there's no naysaying about it or anything bullshit like that. It is the perfect language. And let me get that to support that as well. I believe it's Zephaniah 3 and 9. Zephaniah 3 and 9. And it says, for then I will turn to the people a pure language, right? That they may call upon the name of the Lord. So not only are we given a pure language, that language is how we access the true name of the Lord. It's not JC. It's not any of these bug out names. It is Yahawashi. It's yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, right? That's the important. This is the overall importance here of understanding the true language, you know, because does the Lord not tell us to call upon his name in prayer, you know? We have to use the Hebrew language to be able to do just to be able to function, you know? And that's a part of the importance, being able to know the Lord's name. Not only that, but you know, you got your Hebrew prayers, you got your understanding of the words, you got understanding of the words' meanings, you know, like anything, for like anything you could think of. The Hebrew language is gonna help translate that even more and further, right? Because it is a pure language that they may call upon the name of the Lord. That's Yahawah. That's even more important, to serve him with one consent. You know, you're supposed to praise the Father through the Son, but how are you supposed to praise the Son if you don't even know the Son's name, right? It's not JC. That's an embarrassment if you call the Lord JC. That is a fucking embarrassment. That is not something that you're ever supposed to be doing, right? That's a fucking idol. That is a weird ass Christos fucking bug out Americanized idol, bro. Don't be doing any of that shit, right? That is a mockery. Let's go over to Job 8 in chapter 8. All right, Salakia, chapter 8 and verse 8. It's early in the morning. I just barely got my coffee. It says, Job 8 and 8, and it says, I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers, right? To search of their fathers and the things that their fathers do. You know, it says, for we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow, right? So we have to search for understanding, right? So for inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. Let's get that in the NIV, right? Job 8 and verse 8. And it says in the NIV, it says, ask the former generation and find out what their ancestors learned. Ancestors meaning your forefathers learned. What did the forefathers learn? Not only did they learn the scriptures, but they had the what? The language, the true Lashawan quadash, the pure language, right? You should seek that out. You should want that. And that's Job 8 and verse 8 in the NIV. It says, and about what their ancestors, i.e. our forefathers, learned. What did they learn? You know, there's many things that they learned. And they learned from the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach too as well. And what did he speak to them in? Not only in parables, but in the Hebrew language. you know? You know how hard it would be for us to listen to, say, you know, Yahawashi is not coming back, but say we had a prophet come back, you know, and he only spoke Hebrew, like the Paleo Hebrew, and he is talking in parables. How the fuck are you going to know what he's saying? Like, how are you going to even have a small clue what he's saying, you know? But, you know, through the grace and honor, you know, through the grace of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, he has opened the minds and he has unleashed the seal, and we are able to go and learn these languages. Think about how many years ago that we were under an extreme captivity of Esau, Edom, where, you know, Jakes couldn't even read books. They couldn't learn shit. They couldn't know anything, right? And now we're at the point where we're able to have the accessories to learn the Hebrew language, right? So don't loft in the grace and the liberty of the Lord. This is the time to be not ignorant of things. As Sirach, I believe. Let me get the scripture first, because I don't want to keep quoting it and not bringing it out. So Sirach, I think it's 5 and 15. It says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small, right? Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small, right? You got to be in the know. So if you're in this truth in the first place, you're already in the know. Now, if you possess the oil, you're even deeper in the know. But there's things. This is you know, there's levels to this, right? It's not just a surface level ass McDonald's job type of thing. You can walk in and be a boss at everything. There's levels to this, right? And this is one of those levels, Akim. So this is something that really has to be done. You know, learning the Lashawan quadash and understanding the Hebrew language to the best of your ability at the end of the day, because it's gonna take time. It's not easy at all. But I'll put some apps in the description, some links to some apps in the description that you can at least learn the alphabet. And then for the words are a little more difficult. Just get the alphabet first, and then after that, kind of build on that. That's what I try to do, is get the alphabet first and then build on top of that, right? And I'm gonna get Romans 15 and 4 to end off with, I think, unless the Spirit gives me something else. 15 and 4, and it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetimes were written for our learning, right? So things beforehand were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope, right? So the things that were written beforehand for our learning, right? And what were these things written in? And they were in the Hebrew, right? So at the end of the day, actually, let me get Daniel. I believe it's the 7th or the 12th chapter. I think it's the 7th chapter. Having dominion over all languages. Shalaki is name. Second. Oh, Shalaki, I was over here overreading it. Oh, I read straight over. It says, it's Daniel 7, and this is talking about, in the 20s, it's talking about how the Lord's people are going to be the ones taking over. So we're actually going to see where it says that. And it says in the 18th, it says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever. And there's a little pretext here. You go down and it says, and he shall speak great words. This is talking about, Esau, Edom, and all that. It's talking about the world. And then it says, they shall speak great words against the Most High. They shall wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change the times and the laws, and they have given into his hand until a time and a time of diving temptations. And we know that Esau is the end and Jacob the beginning of that followeth. So, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. So the dominion of this world, the world needs new management, and this is all going to be flipped on its ass, right, to consume and destroy it into the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given unto the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Right, so all dominions shall serve and obey him. And what did that change that we're going to make is we're going to change the languages. We're going to have power over the languages. All right, I think there's a scripture that says it, but I can't. The Spirit's not hitting me where it's at right now. But, with that, the importance of the Hebrew language is understanding words and meanings of words, understanding that is how we call upon the name of the Lord yahawashi, yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. And it is something that we should not be arrogant in its truth, right? So it's something that has to be done, and it's going to be the language that's spoken thereafter, right? So we shouldn't be ignorant of it. This is our true language. It is a pure language, right? That's like a main purpose of knowing the Hebrew language, And with that, I think I'm done. Well, shalom to your hopeful brothers out there, and I'm gonna end with all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, raka, quadash. Shalom.